So a lot of people ask me, what do you find attractive in a woman? What do you find attractive in a queen? Since I have a rebel mind, um, I'm gonna answer that. And the accused asked me that too a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna address it now. Me personally, I'm attracted to the empire soul inside of a woman, and I'm attracted to being able to solve problems or to be able to heal certain situations so she can get to that empire soul. And that empire soul is her God given purpose. I feel like I have the ability, once I have an interaction with a woman or being drawn to a woman, there are going to be certain things that I feel that um, we could probably help each other on. I think that's why humans was created. Humans are problem solving machines. Humans were created to help each other solve problems. Like when we interact with each other every single day, it is to be able to solve problems every day. When you with your best friend is able to help you solve problems. When you with your boyfriend, when you with your husband, when you with your coworkers, when you at the job, when you go to the beach, even at yourself going to the beach, you're there to solve a problem. You may be stressed out, so you're going to the beach to not be stressed. You just solve the problem. This life that we live is full of problems that must be solved every single day in order for us to live the life that we deserve and the life that we desire. This is the way I look at it. Um, when it comes to the God given purpose, I feel like I feel like every human being has a God given purpose. Sometimes women don't even realize it. You know what I mean? Sometimes women can be working a job. And all you gotta do, and she really don't want to be there. All you gotta do is ask the question. Like, just ask the question, like, what's your passion? What you really want to be able to do? Because you can really know that a woman doesn't want to be in that environment or that work environment or doing that type of labor, whatever she's doing, right? She really don't want to be there, but she has to be there in order to survive in this world. It's a survival mechanism. But if you really sit down and talk to her, she's gonna tell you what she really want to do. And the reason why she's not doing what she wants to do is because she don't know how to solve the problem. What is stopping her from getting there? What is stopping her from starting it? What is stopping her from being disciplined to start to finish and accomplishing goals and things like that? There is a problem there. And ever since I was younger, man, I've always been a problem solver when it came to females. Like, ever since I was like, 7 years old, man. Like, even like the smallest stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? I've always been like that. So as I heal my childhood traumas, I started to understand that that's part of my God given purpose to be able to help solve those problems. Now, if a woman is attached to her God given purpose, if a woman um, creates her own empire, what happens then, right? What happens when she creates her own empire? She is able to be self sufficient. She'll be able to take care of herself and her children if she has any without being codependent on somebody else. That's what happens when you build empires. That's what happens when you build empires for your children. That's what happens when you are attached to your God given purpose. A lot of times, uh, I've been in situations where women be more focused on a relationship more than they on their purpose and what they need to go in and do. And I have to remind them that I'm not here for you to be focusing on me like that. I'm here for you to focus on yourself. I'm the discipline. I'm the guidance. I'm the healing. I'm the love. I'm the source of energy that's going to lead you back to yourself. I don't require, because I don't require women to do a lot. Like, You hear most men like, she needs to learn how to cook. And I'm like, I cook my own food. And I blame a lot of that on my granny. And I think my granny's seen a lot of things in me. And this is what is true about, women. Women can see things inside of a man. And if the man actually listens to her and he's obedient to that understanding that she's trying to put into his brain and what she's trying to say, and really listen and problem solve with her, she can lead him in a righteous path to where he needs to go in life. Women can see that in men. Women will tell you that all the time. I see the potential in him. I seen this and I seen that. And they be so willing to sacrifice their whole entire life in order for potential, which is amazing to me. And the reason why it's amazing to me is because a woman is so strong that she can put her whole life, sacrifice her whole life into a person. And let's just say that person did her dirty, whatever like that, didn't appreciate it. She can leave that situation, be hurt, and recharge herself. Like, it doesn't stop. She is constantly going to be that way if that's in her soul. So she'll have a pattern of trying to help this person, trying to help that person, trying to help that person. But the problem is, remember thinking about problems, is who do you give that nurturing love and that soulful energy that you have? Who do you give it to? What kind of man do you give it to? And a lot of times women give that energy to males who they are addicted to their trauma. It's the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So when I come around, I'm not a person that's going to trauma bond with a woman. That's not going to happen. I'm a rebel. So it's change the world. Don't be changed by the world. Do what's never been done before and go further than anyone has ever gone. I'm going to break the pattern that's been destroying her life, that's been stopping her from getting to her God-given purpose. That's going to happen when you come around me. You're not going to, I'm always going to, I don't care who you are. And this is so beautiful about my soul. And I thank my granny for it as well, is that she taught me how to take care of myself, where I wasn't ever going to be codependent on anybody. That was like a drill. Like that, every time I was around her, this is what it is. Like, learn how to clean your own house. Learn how to do this yourself. Learn how to clean your own yard. Learn how to fix your own car. Learn how to do this yourself. Do this yourself. Yourself. It was just embedded in me. So when I got older, I started to embody the source of the problem solving. I became better at it. So when I look at females that I get around and everything like that, it's like I can sense certain things that is going, like I'm drawn to the soulful energy, like the God-given purpose inside of women, because I'm on my purpose. So I'm there to help. I'm there to get you to where you got to go a lot of the times, right? And I'm not there to take on full responsibility of it. I'm there to be able to show it to you and teach you how to do it yourself. See, I'm not going to feed you like that. I'm the one that's going to teach you how to hunt, which is more valuable than feeding. Like, look at that old saying, like the older cats used to say about the fishing story. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like biblical or something. And they'll like say like, there's a man that teaches you how to, feeds you fish or whatever like that. Then there's a man that teaches you how to fish. You know what I'm saying? You can be the fisherman, or you can go to the fish market and buy fish. Either or. I'm there to be able to teach the woman how to hunt. If she's able to know how to hunt, then she will never be codependent on another human being for the things that she desires and wants in her life and need in her life. You know what I'm saying? So she won't be codependent. She'll be able to do it herself. Like, what if look at the fish story. Like, what if the woman likes fish? You know what I'm saying? And she's out in the wilderness or whatever like that. And I mean, if she knows how to fish, she can feed herself forever. That's part of the story, right? If you know how to fish, you can feed yourself forever. Like, there's a reason why that quote is in the world like that. But when I get around, let me go back. Now, when I get around a lot of women, I don't sense the trauma right away. The trauma is the problem solving for me. I can sense like the soulful, like the God given purpose, whatever like that. But the closer I get, it's like there's trauma right there that's stopping her from getting there. And that is a part of my attraction and me being in situations with women of my past and even women that I'm attracted to now. I'm attracted to the God given purpose. I'm attracted to the gold mine. I'm attracted to the soul. It don't have nothing to do with how you look. It don't have nothing to do with sex. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. It's like every single woman should be aligned with their God given purpose. Every human being on this planet should have the ability to take care of themselves. Once you are so codependent on another human being for survival, you become a slave. And I don't understand why people don't understand it. You become a slave. If you're not able to love yourself and you're dependent on somebody else to love you, you're going to be a slave to love forever. It's going to happen. So the problem that I've had is that I will see problems, but certain traumas need extreme problem solving tactics. You have to create a certain medicine to be able to teach them about the trauma so they can understand it and then so they can heal themselves. So you have a situation with women where there's women that I've tracked that want to be healed, right? And then there's women that I attract or are attracted to me and they need healing, but they are scared to take the medicine in order to be healed or take the medicine in order to be able to get to where they got to go. They've been doing a certain type of way for so long and it's not working. So I come along and I have the medicine and I'm like, look, let's talk about it. Okay, this might work. And since they haven't experienced that medicine before, they may get scared. They may be fearful. And I'm like, well, you wasn't fearful when you took on all this trauma. Like you jumped from trauma situation to trauma situation. Why now? Now, why are you fearful now when it's time for you to take the medicine in order to change it, in order to break the cycle, in order to break the pattern? Like I always said, man, I'm never going to give anybody what they already had. It's not going to happen like that. So if you take away the trauma, then the woman can see her God-given purpose and she can be attached to it. You see what I'm saying? And then she can take care of herself and then she can learn how to take care of her children better, take care of herself better, and really get into the direction that she really want to go. Like you ask a lot of women out in the world, just ask them questions like what you really, really want to do, what's your real passion, they're going to have an answer for you. Every single one of them is going to have an answer for you. And then when you start saying that they can't do it, what's going to happen? They're going to start saying like ways that they can't do it. That's the trauma. They don't have the solution. Right? So when I look at relationships, I feel like, how can I say it? I feel like it's not always like an intimate relationship. Like people get confused. If I say I love you, people get confused like love you in the sense of being in an intimate relationship or being like want to be in a sexual relationship with you or provoking those type of emotions and things like that. Love is more powerful than that. Love is a healing energy. So if I say I love you, to me, my definition, right? If I say I love you, it's because I see something in you that I'm willing to help you heal in order for you to be your true, authentic self to get to where you got to go with your God-given purpose. That's my definition. It don't have nothing to do with no sex. It don't have nothing to do with none of the other stuff. It's higher than that. Because when you look at women in their relationships, when they say that they love a person or they love a man, right? When they say that, are they ever getting to their God-given purpose? Or is that keeping them away from their God-given purpose? Those human emotions. Ask yourself right now. The ones who's listening to this. When you were on your path to your God-given purpose and what you're supposed to do with your life, like you found it, and then when you got into a relationship and you start loving on a man and everything like that, what ended up happening? You spend more time with the man than you did with the God-given purpose. You haven't even finished the God-given purpose yet. But now it's like you had momentum. You was marching. You met the man or you met the woman, wherever it is, and you attached yourself to him emotionally. Then you start to slow down, and then you started focusing on a human being and not focusing on your God-given purpose. That's a problem that has to be solved immediately, because that human being that the woman picked is not helping her get to her God-given purpose. She's on another path. And a lot of times that path is being able to heal a man from his brokenness or to help a man with his God-given purpose. And the woman's God-given purpose is just thrown to the side like it never even mattered once she gets in a relationship a lot of the times. She loses her ability to love freely. She loses her ability to freedom of thought, freedom of action. She loses her ability of independence. She can't really truly experience the life that she wanted to experience because she has to include another human being in that she barely even know. She don't even know that person at all. And what that is it's a woman being attracted to her addiction, her trauma, the energy inside that man. That's why she goes in that direction. And that's why I have an issue, you know what I'm saying, with certain women, especially black women for some reason. I don't know. It's just what it is. Because I'm not a reflection of that trauma. Now you got to ask yourself this. Well, not ask yourself. Okay, look at this scenario. If a person is a crackhead, right, you don't want to hang around people that's trying to take you to the rehab center to be better. If you're a crackhead, right, if a person is a crackhead or a person has a major addiction, and this is not to make fun of anybody and everything like that, this is just look at the problem and be able to solve it. And sometimes problems are so severe that you have to really be like assertive when you address it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if a person is a crackhead and I come around or you come around and you like, look, crack is bad, dude. Like, why is you doing all that weird shit? Like I see potential in you to be greater. You know you can do better than that. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead and cleanse that off your soul. You need to go to a rehab. I'm going to take you to that rehab so you can get better. A lot of times that crackhead is not going to want to go to that rehab center with you. Crackheads hang around other crackheads. Crackheads are attracted to other crackheads. People who are addicted to certain things are attracted to other people that are addicted to the same things. And then when you look at that addiction, right, the result of that addiction is not to make the person better. It's robbing the person of getting to their God-given purpose and a true fulfillment and love in life. That's what the addiction is doing. You think somebody was born in this world to be a crackhead? To be addicted to a man-made substance that has them on the streets, sleeping on the streets, that have them, you know what I'm saying, not doing nothing purposeful with their life, not being able to help people and stuff. They're robbing people, they're stealing shit from people to feed this addiction. I don't think when that human being was a child, that's not a part of their destiny. You see what I'm saying? So I run into those crackhead type of situations with, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of women. And I choose fatherhood over it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it just strengthens my armor. It just strengthens who I am and shit like that. You know, I have that fatherhood quality deep inside me, and I practice it every day. And if anybody ever watched my journey, my own personal journey, you see how I am with my son. You know, so it's a situation where women are afraid to take the medicine because they've been addicted so long. Like I said, crackheads do. You can be like, you can tell them how to destroy their life, all that. They don't see it. Once you have a lot of trauma on you, you think that your life is normal, like because you've had it for so long. It's like cigarette smoke. People smoke cigarettes pack after pack after pack after pack. They don't smell that nasty ass stench on their body. They don't understand how bad that smells when somebody else smells it who doesn't smoke. It's disgusting. It's like smelling shit. Like it's terrible. But they don't care because they're addicted to something that's slowly killing them. So you have to understand the brain. If you're doing something that you know that's killing you, but you still proceed to do it, that's a mental disease. That's a mental health issue, isn't it? I'm thinking. Can we look at it in any other kind of way? Like I said, look at the cigarette smoke. People know that long-term cigarette smoking affects your lungs, can give you lung disease, it can fuck up pregnancies, it can do a lot of different things, and there's proof that it's happened. Not like people made it up, man. There's proof. And then when you get a pack of cigarettes, it tells you the warning sign from the Surgeon General that it can fuck you up. Like, it's got on there like emphysema, like the liver. It's a lot of different stuff that's on that packaging that tells you right out the gate, like if you smoke this, that it is unhealthy for you. So why would a human being take something that's unhealthy for them and utilize it every day in their life for what they feel is pleasurable? It's like they're taking something that's dangerous in order to try to convince their brain that it makes them feel better or something. It's like alcohol too. Look at people who are alcoholics, or people who are sober now after many years of being an alcoholic and everything like that. They're gonna look back at their life and they're gonna be like, man, I cannot believe I was doing that shit. Because once you get that substance and once you get that addiction out your system, your brain is different now. See, addiction fucks your brain up. It gives you poor decisions. It gives you, bad decisions making. Like a lot of people who drink, like they be throwing up like a motherfucker the next morning, right? Throwing up, stomach hurting, head hurting, all that type of stuff. And then 2 days later, they gonna do the exact same thing. You see what I'm saying? But once you eliminate the addiction, once you eliminate the trauma, what eventually happens? You think better. Your decision making is better. The choices you make in life is better. You're going to find new purpose in your life through the things that you want to be able to do. And you're going to look at what you did in the past and you're going to hate that shit. And you're not going to want to do it again. And this is what I represent in a lot of, relationships I've been in. You know what I'm saying? The change of behavioral patterns that were destroying them. Now I grew up, and this is all in honesty, I just grew up empowering women. I was raised by Black Queen revolutionaries. I wasn't raised by no man like that. The only man that was really in my life was my stepfather. He was trying to turn me into a slave, dog. He was like, it's a whole child abuse situation with that. Right? So even with the friends, I didn't even have a lot of friends like that. I had a few, man, like maybe like not even 5 friends, like really growing up and shit, right? That were males. I had a whole bunch of female friends. I was always surrounded by that energy, right? Always. And maybe, how I was born or the circumstances how I was born, maybe that was, and I can't say maybe, I'm looking at it like this is my purpose, to empower women, to protect them. And when I say protect, I'm not saying protect where I gotta walk around with you and stuff and pull a gun out and shit like that and do all that as far as protecting, but giving you information that you can utilize to protect yourself the way a father would his daughter. Give you the information. If you take the information, you know what I mean, then you'll be able to protect yourself. I'm not going to be around, a woman all that time, dude, to be able to protect her in every situation. A lot of times it's like you have to do things yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to move a certain kind of way to protect yourself. Like, should I always put myself in? Because protection is really putting yourself in a position to die for another human being if something happens, if you have a threat. So, should I always put myself in that type of situation every time there could be a threat? Or do I teach the woman how to not to be in those situations in order to eliminate the threat? I can't eliminate all threats, but there's certain things that, you know what I mean, you can do to eliminate the threat. And I really feel like if you're on your God-given purpose, if you're on that road, them threats are not that bad coming your way when you're on your own road. See, that's what people don't understand about their God-given purpose. When you are on your own road and you got your own weapons and you got your own stuff and you're on that road to your God-given purpose, you're going to find out ain't that many people going to be stopping you. You're going to be letting people stop you by distractions, you know, things like that. That's what's going to stop you. Lack of focus, lack of discipline is the thing that's going to stop you. You know what I'm saying? If you got proper guidance and you're obedient and you're disciplined to the purpose and what you need to go ahead and do to get there and shit like that, not too many people are going to be able to stop you, and you're going to get that done, and you're going to get granted another purpose. You're going to start changing and healing the world. So when I'm in them situations, I can see that, or I can feel that in certain females. And I can't say all females, but in certain females, I see it. I'm attracted to powerful women. I'm not attracted to slaves like a lot of dudes are. I want women to have freedom. I want a woman to have freedom and to love freely, to be independent, right? To do what is necessary to be able to get to where she got to go to. I'm not about to lead no woman away from her God-given purpose to do nothing for me. What I do and what you see me do all the time is just solve problems that's stopping them from getting to where they got to go. I'm never telling a female like, hey, you're a singer, but I'm going to teach you how to be a carpenter. Or you should have your own empire, but you should be in the house washing dishes and being my wife. You're not going to hear me say no shit like that ever. All you're going to see and all you're going to hear me talk about is what's stopping you from getting to where you got to go. And when we having this interaction in this relationship, because I understand human interactions and human relationships are supposed to be able to help each other in a righteous way. That's what I'm thinking. So if the feminine energy, I know how feminine energy has helped my life, right? So when a feminine energy hits me and my masculine righteous energy hits her and we can come together, then we can create something beautiful that's going to be able to save our children from being broken, be able to heal ourselves, to be able to help people in the world through our God-given purpose. It's going to happen like that, I feel. Once the medicine is taken, if we look at a doctor who creates medicine, right, and his medicine works, he becomes a better doctor every time somebody uses his medicine. And the result is that it helps. So the human being that needs the medicine is getting healed, and then the doctor is fulfilling his God-given purpose, and he's going to continue to get blessings from his godly energy or the God that he worships, or the God that he follows and everything. He's going to continue because he's healed another human being. This is the point of the human interaction, is to be able to heal the other human being and show them the recipe of doing it. Show them the ingredients of doing it. Don't be the one every time something happens, you go, no. You have to be able to show them how to heal themselves, because they're going to be in a situation in this world where you're not going to be around.